O.A.R. Those three simple letters have become synonymous with feel-good rock anthems, massive college crowds, and the kind of live shows that turn into legendary sing-alongs. Songs like Crazy Game of Poker, Shattered, Turn the Car Around, and Love and Memories helped cement their reputation as one of the most enduring jam bands of the 2000s. But behind that concise, mysterious name is a full phrase of a revolution and a deeper story that captures the spirit of the band's beginnings. The band was formed in Rockville, Maryland in 1996 by high school friends Mark Roberge, Chris Koulos, Richard Ahn, and Benj Gershman. Later, saxophonist Jerry DiPizzo joined while they were attending Ohio State University, where the group's following exploded through grassroots promotion and nonstop touring. But the origin of the name predates all of that. It goes back to when Roberge and Koulos were just beginning to write songs as teenagers. At that early stage, the two were collaborating and developing material that felt ambitious and lyrically rich. Songs that spoke about change, youth, rebellion, and emotional upheaval. One of the first songs they ever wrote was called Of a Revolution. It wasn't just a track title, it was a statement. They weren't out to start a literal revolution, but musically, emotionally, and personally, they wanted to break away from the norm and say something meaningful. When it came time to name the band, Of a Revolution had already taken root. It represented the spirit of what they were creating, something organic, powerful, and different from the polished pop dominating the charts at the time. But saying Of a Revolution every time they were introduced felt a little long, especially for casual conversation or college flyer space, so they abbreviated it O.A.R. The result was a name that balanced intrigue with accessibility. It stood out. It didn't spell everything out right away, but it invited curiosity. Over time, fans would learn what the letters meant, and in doing so, they'd get a little closer to the heart of the band's message. The abbreviation worked to their advantage, especially as they toured relentlessly in the late 90s and early 2000s. It looked great on t-shirts, posters, and set lists. And while the letters were easy to remember, the full meaning of a revolution remained embedded in the band's identity, reflected in their lyrics, their live ethos, and the personal connection they formed with fans. Unlike many acts whose names are chosen for shock value or trendiness, O.A.R. picked a name that came directly from their creative process. It wasn't a branding exercise. It was a natural outgrowth of their music and message. The name O.A.R. has aged well, too. It never felt tied to a specific genre, look, or trend. Instead, it remains a symbol of musical freedom and artistic integrity. Now, decades later, the name still resonates. Fans may chant O.A.R. at shows, but they know it means more than just three letters. It's about passion, evolution, connection, and the revolution of finding your own voice. From dorm rooms to amphitheaters, from basements to Bonnaroo, O.A.R. has stayed true to their roots. And their name still says it all.